Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Ebor Muta podcast. I am Taylor Durden. With me, as always, is my good friend, Max Herman. How are you?
Good to see you, Taylor.
Good to see you. Good to be seen. So tonight, we got a good friend of mine, special guest here, very long-time DJ to the Castle. I believe probably the original. From what I understand.
Oh, wow.
So everyone, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Gold. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
I was telling you a little bit before we started rolling that this is one of my favorite things about this podcast is getting to know people that I would not have probably conversed with outside of my circle. So it's good to have you here and learn a little bit about your legacy in Ybor City.
Yeah, man. I'd like to know, like, what. So, Tom, are you originally from Tampa, or?
I'm originally from St. Petersburg.
Oh,
I was
okay.
born and raised on St. Petersburg Beach.
Oh, wow. That's
okay,
lucky
cool.
you.
Cool. What brought you out to Ybor?
Just moving from a job. I worked 20 years in the record store industry. So
okay.
When that all ended, I just moved over towards Tampa.
No kidding.
Well, I mean, funny enough, you say that it ended. It's like having a big resurgence now. You know,
Yeah.
Everybody's buying vinyl again.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hear you have one hell of a record collection at home, too.
Well, it's music a collection. So it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my first question. I mean, so what got you into DJing after you were doing records and stuff like that? I mean, to get the door into the Castle, couldn't have started there.
No. Actually, I was still working in the record store industry, and I don't know if you guys remember a restaurant called Bennigan's.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, there's a Bennigan's in St. Petersburg that was the only Bennigan's in the entire country that had a nightclub attached.
No way.
Really?
So
Because-
pancakes and nightclub?
Monte Cristo?
Yeah,
That was a little even before that, too.
Oh, wow.
But in the 80s, Bennigan's tried to market themselves as a pickup joint.
Oh, okay.
And then
No
they wanted
kidding.
to go family style after that.
Yeah, because I remember family style.
Yeah.
We all going to Bennigan's.
Yeah. But I used to go to an 80s night there when I used to live over in the Tyrone area.
Okay.
And it kind of dried up. And I was over there with a friend at the bar there talking about the old days. And they were like, oh, we missed those nights. And we were making good money. And my friend that was with me just pushed me. He goes, well, this guy has a bunch of music. He can DJ. And I'm like, no, I can't. But I was kind of itching to do a night where I could play new music.
Yeah.
Because I was just tired of hearing the same stuff
Yeah.
over and over. I like the hits too, like anybody else. But there's just a time to kind of move on.
Yeah.
So we got to do the night there on Tuesdays with my friend Rick Tromke.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you remember?
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yep. Good guy. And we had the night going for about a good hour or so. A good year, I'm sorry. And it built and built. And then we got the attention of John Landsman and Alan Kahana.
Yep.
That own the Castle. And they go, do you want to come over and DJ a fashion show at the Castle? And we're like, okay. And so we brought our gear over there. We only had like two CD players, separate ones.
Yeah.
We didn't, no deck, nothing, just two players and a mixer.
Wow.
And so they had the fashion show. This is all kind of coming from a haze too. I'm trying to remember.
Do you remember what kind of fashion it was for the Castle? I mean, was it Gothic?
No, it was like.
Oh, it was like chic.
Fashion.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. And I guess there was some darker themes to it a little bit for some of the people that were participating. And it did really well. We did 300-400 people, and that was a one-time deal.
Yeah.
And then Rick and I were club hopping one night, and then John Landsman hunted us down and goes, do you want to do a night at the Castle? And we're like,
Nice.
oh, what night do you want to do? Like Tuesday? Because that was the night to go, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. And they're like, no, we want a Friday.
Wow.
And I'm like, nobody's going to come out to that.
If they could see us now.
Yeah. And that was, for me, this will be my 30th year.
Oh, wow.
At the Castle.
Jeez.
Yeah, we were discussing that,
Yeah.
because the Castle just celebrated its 33rd anniversary, right?
Yeah, that's when it opened, the downstairs.
Right. And when I my first anniversary party going, I had been going to the Castle for a bit, but my first anniversary party was the 10th anniversary. So that would have been, 2002?
Yeah.
I believe.
That's about right.
Yeah. And so I don't know if they had anniversary parties prior to that, or if that was like that. Did they? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had, I think we did have one right off the bat.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Oh, so 1 year, we're like, let's celebrate, baby.
But I think we were 2 years going at just Fridays.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we want to do a second night but not exactly the same thing, but kind of the same thing. They were kind of vague. They didn't know what they wanted. And I was like, well, no one's going to come here 2 nights in a row. And then
lo and behold.
in the line today is just the most ridiculous thing I've seen.
Then they got bigger and bigger after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a great way to start your DJing career and to put your cement your legacy in Ybor City and one of the most popular clubs in this whole area. I mean, really. So that's a great way to start your career. But like, what's your earliest memory of Ybor? Was it coming to the castle?
No, actually, well, I do remember the first time I used to go to Impulse and Tracks.
Yeah, I heard of these places. I never went. Masquerade, yeah.
I've done them all. But then my first time at the castle was there was a show at the Masquerade that was, I guess it was Flock of Seagulls, and they got raided by DEA.
Wait a minute.
No, we talked about that.
Somebody had wrote a listener letter in because of that.
Yeah,
they said it was one of their craziest memories in their life.
Yeah. I never made it inside. We were driving up and we saw all the cars, and this was like when they were on television. It was a television show. Too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just keep going.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Just don't even go near that.
Because that was when Masquerade was inside the Empire building for like the 2 years or whatever.
That was one of my favorite stories that we read in.
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
Some lady wrote us in from the point of view of waiting in line, and she said that they raided the place, and then the cops were screaming at everybody waiting in line and all that, and then here comes this U-Haul with this very confused group of dudes from the UK with wild haircuts, and they're like, I don't think the show's happening tonight, boys.
That's wild.
And then we headed over to the downstairs of the castle when it just had the jukebox down there.
Oh.
And that was my first time there, getting drinks and going, it sucks the show was canceled.
Yeah.
But then I went in the early, maybe a year before that or after that. No, a year after that, I went with some friends there when they did reggae upstairs.
Oh,
reggae
wow.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
And
I remember hearing about that.
Yep.
I don't remember that at all.
No, I remember hearing about it.
I don't think reggaeton in Castle, like when I think of it, because my nightlife experience, if you wanted that, you went to Prana and stuff like that, But
it was everyone was kind of like dressed up. You'd have like dudes wearing like Golome suits.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Nice.
And then the red room was actually a kitchen where they served Jamaican food.
No way.
Really?
God, what a different time.
So what year, do you remember what year the castle expanded to the entire building and not just the downstairs?
I want to say it was 95, maybe.
Really?
Wow.
Well, 90. Well, that around then. Because around Alan, I guess he was getting a lease just for the downstairs.
Yeah.
And then he also included the labor union offices.
Yeah.
There. And then I guess it was a $1,200 a month lease. I think that's what I heard.
Wow.
For 99 years.
Are you crazy?
Wow.
What?
That's what I've heard.
He's got to be the richest man in Tampa.
That's amazing.
I mean, $1,200 a month.
Does he not own the building now?
Yeah. Oh, he bought it outright. The rumor, I could be wrong with this too. I heard it was $40,000.
Get the
man. I tell you what, I know that like during the time period that he was buying a lot of these buildings.
Yeah.
That's probably not unheard of.
No.
That's pretty crazy.
And he probably felt like he got ripped off, and they probably felt like they got the deal of the life.
Yeah, exactly.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Now look at them. They're probably kicking themselves. They're going to jump off the Skyway. I have a friend. His name is Joe Howden. He bought a house on Fifth Avenue in the 1980s for $10,000.
Yeah.
Now that house is worth like $500,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you had to buy when it was bad.
Yep, that's what I did. I bought when it was
bad. For
bad.
my real estate people out there, buy some crappy houses out there.
I remember my original house on St. B Beach when I was growing up was bought for $5,000.
Wow, that's crazy. Hell yeah. That's amazing. Now, were you ever like a DNA Parthenon guy or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Man,
I used to go to that.
I've heard tales. When I first started coming to Ybor, I was a teenager, and my buddy and I would just hang out on benches and just watch.
Just watch the people,
because we couldn't get in anywhere.
Yeah.
We were
Free
16, fresh licenses, and I didn't actually go into any clubs until I was 21, probably 20, and.
Which really is the way to do it.
Yeah, my first foray was Pleasure Dome.
Nice.
I really wanted to go to Tracks, but none of my friends would go with me because, the whole stigma. Yeah. And I'm like, man, this place sounds awesome.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know that it had a homosexual, but it had like straight night and stuff too.
Yeah,
right?
Man, I didn't
It was like
care.
anybody night.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wednesdays was the night that I went because it was quarter beer night.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, that would bring I don't
it was
care who's
anything
hosting.
from like new wave to disco.
Yeah.
And then they would have some.
It could have been a Disney bar. I'd have been like, sure, a quarter beer.
I saw a lot of shows there too. I saw Debauchery play there.
Oh,
wow.
I saw Grace Jones play there.
Nice.
No shit. Wow.
I can't remember. There's somebody else I saw.
That's pretty impressive,
There's
though.
concerts there that were good.
I mean, there's been so many, especially in that era, there were so many amazing shows that I look back on. I'm like, man, if I was just like 4 years older.
I kind of missed the window on a few things too, but But like I just went to the Daddy Cool. The 40th anniversary. I was just watching. I'm like, I went to that show.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because it had all the No Clubs posters up and everything, right? Yeah.
Okay.
My buddy, a good buddy of mine, Greg, is the one that he hung up a lot of those. Like he framed them and hung them for the display and all that.
Oh, it looked great.
Yeah, it looked like a really cool event. I wanted to go.
But even so, you were there back in the day to see all these great bands and performances, but also these great nightlife legends. But now you're still around here. So I mean, the ups and downs of Ybor's nightlife, you've seen it all, I'm sure.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anything that you see like changing these days that you're like, well, it ain't like it used to be, or it's getting better, or any of that?
It's just the way they're gentrifying it a little bit.
Right.
It's just you can't work in Ybor and live in Ybor anymore.
Right. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right.
I know what you mean.
I've complained about that a lot, that we tout this as this amazing tourist town and bring everyone in, but we've definitely made it to where we can't live in the area that we provide all this entertainment for people. You know?
Yeah, but I'm glad the entertainment really hasn't changed too much.
Yeah, that's the thing about it is you have to drive in and park. But I live in Seminole Heights now, which is 10 minutes north. I mean, but you're right. I was like, if I'm going to pay that much, I might as well have a backyard. You know.
I mean, I was in downtown St. Pete, but at least you can park free for a little bit there.
Right.
Here it's nothing.
We used to have free parking right outside the Cuban Club 10 years ago, but now it's all gone. The city looked at it and was like, what are we doing?
I know. Yeah. And now that, they moved no free parking on 7th anymore.
Yeah,
and then you get like 2 hours free if you're in a city lot.
And no Uber drop off on 7th either.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
They're all side streets now. No matter what location I pick for my Uber to drop me off, I get dropped off outside the Speakeasy.
I think they're probably slipping them some money or something.
Now you do a night at the Speakeasy as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do the third Thursdays of every month upstairs.
How's that been going?
It's good. It's always like hit and miss, but I just do straight 80s, dark 80s.
Oh,
like
cool.
the old stuff.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah. That's great. I really enjoy your sets, I know was it Friday nights that you switch off back and forth with, or like you switch off at some point in the night with Sean, right?
Fridays we flip flop every hour.
Oh, that's right.
And then Saturdays I'm up there all by myself.
Yeah. That's usually when I come in there and scream at you.
Except for this Saturday, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to go for a friend's wedding.
Oh, good. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Well, speaking of people screaming at you, have you ever had any weird interactions happen that are like you're DJing and somebody's screaming they want a request, or like I don't know, somebody screaming like, "Hey, can you play more Fog Hat?" or something?
I mean, I had somebody come up and ask for Technotronic Pump Up the Jam.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
I'm like, that's a cool song, but you probably have better luck with that downstairs.
yeah. Barco will play anything. You bring that man a drink, and he plays this horrible song for me every time, and I know when he's going to play because his eyes are glossed over, and it's Salami Fever.
That's
and it shoos everybody off the dance floor every time, but I'm having a blast.
There you go. It's just for you.
Well, the best thing on the Castle Facebook page, there's descriptions of the night, and I wrote it all up, and then I put a thing about Barco being on there, and I said, request something from Barco before he blacks out. Yeah. and so one night, it was like maybe like around 11:30, some girl comes up with her phone, and she goes to him, "Excuse me, are you blacked out yet?" And he's like, "What are you talking about? It says here on the site, I can request a song before you black out." And he didn't even know that was on there.
That's brilliant.
I go, dude, that's been up there for like 8 years.
That's brilliant.
Holy shit, that's great. That's amazing. Yeah. So you've been obviously, working. You grew up in St. Pete, came over here. How long have you been like living in Tampa for a long time now, or did you commute for forever to come out here to work?
I've been here. I commuted to the Castle at least from day one to up to maybe 11, 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow. So more than half your time you were commuting.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't know that.
You must love the beach.
Well, I wasn't on the beach. I was born and raised on the beach, but I lived like a little more to the Tyrone area.
Yeah.
I was closer to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we talk about like people, notable characters from Castle, like Senator.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about commuting. The Senator, especially back when Castle was open like 4 nights a week, And I would be out probably five or six nights a week for years, where between Castle and Czar and Boneyard and whatnot. And the Senator was out every single time.
Yeah.
And he commutes from like Inverness.
Oh my gosh.
Where's that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was
Inverness.
that far off.
It's like Ocala.
Oh,
almost.
geez.
It was like an hour and a half,
This
if
guy
not
loves the
longer
Castle.
drive. Yeah.
Well, he's a legend there.
Yeah. So, and I still talk to him. He's got a lot of kitties now. He's got a lot of cats that he's taking care
Oh,
of.
there you go. That's good to hear.
Did you ever hear the crazy story, like how he got kicked out of Mardi Gras?
No.
When he was in New Orleans. Well, he told me the story, I guess, because he was having too much fun and like whipped it out too much.
Of course.
And so he got thrown out, and then they were interviewing him on TV, and he was kind of telling about his story. And the mayor of New Orleans didn't want any bad press, so they formally invited him back onto Bourbon Street.
Oh my God.
And he got to cut the ribbon and
Really?
Oh my God.
do a grand deal. So you're back on Bourbon Street.
There
You're okay
needs
now.
to be a documentary.
Did he do
about
it
him.
dicks out?
After that, he didn't stop. It didn't stop him after that.
You can't encourage the kid. If you give a mouse a cookie, you can't just let him keep doing it. That's hilarious.
And so with all the, DJing local stuff, I know you do a lot, but you also travel a ton. And I know you go every year, my favorite music festival on the planet, and I've only been once, unfortunately. I'd love to go back, and that's Treffen.
Oh yeah, I remember when you went. It was a good time.
Yeah, that was 2007. We had an absolute blast. And man, you want to talk about a cool, if you're into like the Gothic music scene, and it's a city-wide festival. It takes
That's
over
amazing.
the entire town. Like we have our own tram line.
Where is this? This is not
in
here.
Germany.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Leipzig.
Yeah, Leipzig, Germany.
Yeah,
and
wow.
The tram lines, were dedicated for the festival because they got little bats on the
that's
side.
funny.
But you do a lot of DJing there too, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah, I think I've been doing. This will be my 21st year going to that.
Wow.
But I think I've DJ'd it after the first 5 years I did it. Ever since then,
That's amazing.
At the Dark Flower Club there.
Yeah. Dark Flower's a really cool place.
Yeah, but it's a great festival. Like Taylor was saying, it's like your ticket includes all transportation around town for
That's
the weekend, plus your ticket, plus the parties, plus everything.
And when we say like around town, I mean there's probably maybe 6 very large venues, and then you have just dozens and dozens of nightclubs and bars.
that's amazing.
Probably about 20 some venues.
Takes over the town.
Yeah.
And nightclubs and major venues.
That's cool.
And it's seemingly nonstop.
Well, like I know because
30,000 people.
I have people that come on my
Yeah.
tour, and of course I get to the castle and they go, is the castle? Yeah, they're from Germany. They know about the castle over there. Like, I mean, I would say probably at least like a dozen people from Germany have been like, yeah, I know the castle. Like, and they're coming straight from Frankfurt.
I was on a tram and had a castle patch on my outfit.
Yeah.
And someone on the tram went, the castle, Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Legendary, man.
Yeah, we've had people from all over come in.
Yeah, it's super cool. And you brought a ton of acts here too. I mean, I was telling Max before we set up that like all the groups that I've met through you and hung out with and partied with and, and got to know. And it's incredible how many people you've brought to basically stateside here to Tampa and let them showcase their talent.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but like back in the day, like probably the early 2000s, it was a lot of bands.
Yeah. Anybody specific that you're like, wow, I can't believe this guy's really coming along on the journey with me? Like a hero or something?
Not too much here. They're more about like my friends.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
But when we had Wolfsheim play at the
I've heard of
Ritz,
them.
Yeah.
that was huge.
Yeah.
That was their first date and first time ever in America.
Wow, that's cool.
What year was that? Was I at that?
First time in America. And they picked Ybor City.
I can't remember
Was it before or after 2005, you think?
I'm trying to think when the Casting Shadows album came out.
Because I want to think, I think I want to say that I've seen Wolfsheim, and it may have been at Ritz.
If you did, that was the only time.
That may have been it.
I mean, that was their first time in America. I don't think it happens
I'm
every
really bad
weekend.
with dates sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, when all these things you've been, like I said, years and years and years of this, I'm sure that it all kind of eventually jumbles up. But any parties in particular that, like, man, that was the craziest party I've ever been a DJ or part of.
Well, at the castle, I think was like some of our when we used to have some themed anniversary parties, like when we did like the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
And we had the castle. Each area was a deadly sin. We had sloth and
I remember
all that. That was really good. And we had the the zombie one, zombie apocalypse.
Oh, that's
one.
cool.
When everyone broke down the fake door to get into
Nice.
the castle, all the zombies.
I used to get decked out for the zombie one.
Fuck, I would do that. Yeah, that sounds fun.
You know, it's a bunch of them. Just we were all young and had energy to like put all this stuff together. So
Yeah.
That's how legacies are born, though. You
Well,
know?
I remember when we used to do the New Year's Eve parties when I had my hearse, and I would pull up to in front of the castle early, and all the bouncers would come and put a casket in the back of the hearse.
Oh, that's badass.
And Robert would tell me, "Hey, just circle around a bit. I'll call you when it's time to show up," because they want to wait till there's a line.
Right,
you know?
right.
And so here I am in this hearse that I built this nasty engine for. So
That's
it sounds
cool.
like a race car going around Ybor. And so everyone's looking at me. I'm pointing at old people, screaming, "I'm coming for you!" And like,
You're next.
and Robert would call me up and say, "Okay, it's time to pull up." And so I would pull in front of the castle, and all the bouncers come down like pallbearers and pull the casket
that's
out.
so cool,
And
man.
they put up on the stage and they open it, and it was the year. It was like a foam cutout of the year that we're getting out of.
That's
great.
clever.
So we're burying that
Bury
year.
that year.
Yeah.
And start
Yeah.
new.
that was kind of like when the senator was Baby New Year.
Yeah.
And Rick was
What?
Father Time.
Yeah.
Had that, and then
Wait, let's talk about that a little bit. So he was Baby New Year, and the other one was.
my friend Rick was a little older. He was Father Time. Then.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I could see it too. I could see it.
I love that.
That was a good New Year. And then all the when Guavaween was good. You know,
Yeah,
the
man.
castle had a float a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
It looked like a castle. And,
Yeah.
And we got there maybe 3:00. You know, everyone was drinking, and then we all got fired after the parade. Then we all got hired back again because we had to work for the night. And it was daylight savings on top of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, but Guavaween's something that we gotta bring back to Ybor City.
Yeah.
Like, how did they let that slip away?
I don't know. It's a money
It
thing.
was here for a little bit, and like in the courtyard.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it
but that was a
not the
fraction
same. Oh
of what
man,
it was.
right?
When the city is taken over by Halloween, basically, it's just like, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. you
Well, I
know?
mean, the castle opened Guavaween of 1992.
Did they?
Yeah, that was
okay,
their
let me
opening
hear
day.
about that. I didn't know about that.
I know. There's a little bit of time, but that's when they opened. But the school wasn't there across the street,
Yeah,
and that's where the 98 Rock stage used to be.
Oh.
So you have the 98 Rock stage right there, and then one year we opened the very front gates and just had a table, and we were selling beers straight out of the castle.
Oh wow!
we were with a megaphone saying, "Come over, get your."
So
beers."
that, and that was like a Halloween night, or what was that?
that was
like,
what was it called? Guavaween night.
That was Guavaween.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
Guavaween.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we
got
do
you.
that.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how you kicked it off. What can you say?
Man, we had a lot of good times at the castle too. And I remember when we used to get up on the roof. You used to be able to get on the roof from the Red Room.
Really?
And we do that before shift. And at one point in time, I seem to remember, it was a very long time ago, and so my memory's a little fuzzy, especially given the era.
Yeah, right.
But I seem to remember in the Cynthia days that there was an air raid siren on top of the castle.
Really?
That would get turned on because the street preachers used to come
Oh, yeah.
and
that
would
makes
protest
sense.
the castle.
Yeah.
And I seem to remember there being somebody had one or something that was up there. Somebody on the roof had one, and TPD had to show up and say, "You got to stop doing that." Like,
Why can't we just live and let live? You know?
What I remember from the roof is we used to let the police go up there before we opened so they can look in for break-ins across the way. in the
Yeah,
parking
yeah.
lot.
Oh,
so,
really?
so we'd give them like Red Bulls and sodas.
Nice.
And I think that's why we never got raided ever. 'cause
Probably.
We always
Yeah.
helped the cops out.
Yeah.
But going back to the siren, we would always stick out a siren. It was out the window we'd do it.
oh, okay,
And it would drown out all the
Yeah,
religious,
You guys are all going to hell
religious nuts,
talk. Yeah.
That's back when you would open the windows upstairs because for the longest time there was no AC.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was so hot. Oh,
Can't imagine
my
the castle
It
without
was-
air conditioning.
It was so hot, and all the windows would be open. And I remember they had a problem where people would throw their beer bottles out the windows at people on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's not good.
And so one year, I'm bouncing at the time. So this is probably
remember that.
about 2007.
Uh-huh.
And they nailed all the windows shut.
Oh wow.
And so I'm about, it's still hot though.
Yeah.
And like, I'm walking around and I see this dude, this really tall dude, long hair, pulls out a Leatherman pocket tool. And he's trying to,
Oh my god.
he's trying to pry open one of the
The
windows.
Leatherman.
I walk over to him and I smack his hand like a child. I was
That's
like,
nice.
"You can't do that." And he pulled his hand back. He goes, there's nails in it. I was like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. They're nailed shut.
They're nailed for a reason.
And he kind of looked at me and walked away all pissed off. And I went over, and one of the other bouncers, Dan, started laughing. He goes, you know who that was? I was like, do you see this big Glenn Danzig looking motherfucker over here trying to open the window? He goes, you know, that's Dave Vincent, right? Of Morbid Angel. I was like,
that's pretty funny.
Whoops.
Yeah, we've had some famous people show up.
Oh yeah.
I remember our opening night. Well, opening like regular like goth,
right.
When I started, when they wanted us to go, and they go, well, can you do this blah 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 day? And I'm like, I have third row for Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage, so that night.
Yeah,
I go, I'm gonna go see that show, but then I'll come over right after that.
Yeah.
And they had some music just playing, and I set up quick. And then as the night went on, Billy Corgan came to the castle.
That's cool.
With and then Mayor Dick Greco showed up.
Mayor Dick Greco.
And the way he showed up.
Shout out to Garrett.
The way he showed up was Rick was out front and he saw this police car pull up, and Rick's like, "Oh my God, we're getting busted!" And it was Dick Greco. He was partying on the town in a cop car.
I love
they
that.
were bringing him around. So we brought him in. They go on in, have a drink.
That's great. He was like, I have to go to the castle.
That's amazing.
It was opening. We had an ad in the paper, all that. And
that's amazing.
People showed up for it.
Oh man, I remember Steve Gutenberg was
Yeah.
there one time, and there's been a lot of people go through there.
We've had Walking Dead people, and just I think recently we had what's his name? The guy plays Guillermo and What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Guillermo was there. Yeah,
Guillermo
I saw
was
the
there. I
pictures.
love him.
Yep.
But I always hear it afterwards, like, "Oh, they were here tonight." I'm like, I didn't see anything.
That's pretty cool, man.
I've talked about in the past where I brought out one of my favorite like guilty pleasure bands is Dragon Force. This ridiculous speed metal, they became very famous. One of their songs got on the Guitar Hero game and whatnot, and they're an enjoyable band. That's cool. I saw them out. They were at Orpheum playing when Orpheum was still on 7th, and I ended up going to Boneyard afterwards, and the band here they come walking in, and nobody really knows who they. I mean, they're popular. They're a European band, so they're way popular overseas. But to see them walking down the street, you probably wouldn't really know.
But a fan would recognize them.
Yeah, and so like I we're at Boneyard, and I end up making friends with their tour manager, this guy Andre, and I'm like, man, these guys look bored too. And I was like, hey, you guys, y'all want to get out here and go hang out with some, big booby goth girls or whatnot? And they're like, yes, I would love that. So I called up Robert and I was like, hey man, I'm bringing a band in. Do you mind if we, get the treatment to kind of come inside? He goes, yeah, of course. So, I bring Dragon. That was my foot. I bring Dragon Force into the castle, and next thing I know, we're all getting raucous. I mean, we were partying really hard. Yeah. And security's coming up to me going, who the fuck did you bring in here? People were trying to sneak into the club to hang out with Dragon Force.
Because the word was out there.
Yeah, word was out. Yeah, that they're out partying.
Cool. That's pretty awesome.
I ended up at drinking at their tour bus and partying until like 5 o'clock in the morning, chasing chickens with them and stuff. And they came back about 7 years later on a Tuesday night. And they're like, hey man, can you get us back in that club? Like, no, man, it's a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
Like, I got to be in bed at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. People always ask me on weird days, like, are we open tonight? I'm like, no.
I miss the days when,
because it's
we're
different
open
now.
a lot.
It's just weekends now, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's a special occasion. But.
Yeah, unless we try to open if there's like a holiday the next day. But I miss it too because I want to be entertained,
Yeah, I miss Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Thursday was a hell of a night. It was a completely different format than anything else. And man, that was a
it was the thing to do on Thursday.
It really was. Monday nights were great for a very long time as well. And so I would be at the castle Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and then usually Czar on Wednesday night.
You had a happy little routine there.
Yeah, man.
I used to have a routine too. Even before I was working there, I was like, I would hit all these different clubs on different nights.
Yeah.
What's any spots that you like really miss around Ybor City? Like places you're like, man, I had memories there.
Oh, I mean, I remember, I'll walk into the place that was the Zydeco. The old masquerade there.
Yeah,
and I'll be like, oh, I saw Jane's Addiction here. And everyone's like, shut up, you old fart.
No, that building is so great.
Sugar Cubes and
that's
wow, man.
you name it.
Yeah, I know.
Dead Milkman.
They had some great shows in that location.
They have got to put something in that building. That building is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That building's great.
They tripled the rent there. That's why they had to leave.
And Zydeco was great too, but
the
I mean,
food
just
was
couldn't.
great.
Yeah, no, everything was good. The
beer was good,
atmosphere,
everything.
it was cool. The building itself has a very New Orleans vibe. For it to be called Zydeco, I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it was my understanding that they had him put an elevator in for ADA access.
Oh, yeah, I remember the elevator.
And then shortly thereafter, they're like, "Oh, by the way,
That's
what the rent's
terrible.
going to be," and he had to leave. They're like, "Thanks for the elevator, though."
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Well, we're not here to badmouth anybody.
No, but it is what it is. I know you also do a lot of podcasting stuff too, right?
I heard about this.
Well, I just do one.
Okay.
A regular one.
So tell me about your podcast, because I know it involves music somehow.
Yeah, it's a music podcast.
Cool.
It's called Communion After Dark, which was a name I came up with. That was called the club name at the castle.
Okay.
And it's a weekly podcast where we showcase just new music.
Oh, okay.
New music for that scene.
Right. Well, that's pretty cool.
Sometimes we have guests. We're about ready to do the 17th year for that one.
Oh wow, I knew it had been going on for a
17
while.
years? That's amazing. That's like when podcasts started. That's great.
It was like 2009 or something.
Yeah, well, a little like when it was really rolling. But I mean, that's impressive to keep it rolling like that. So you must have a lot of, like, any of the guests that you've been like, okay, these guys are brand new, you've never heard of them. And then like a year later, you're like, oh, they're huge now.
Well, we will get ones that are, the music I play, bands really don't get to that level.
I gotcha.
It's once in a blue moon, maybe.
I see.
But I mean, we were lucky enough to get bands like IMX on there, which is a big band. And, But everybody's...
That's pretty cool, though. I mean, everybody's always looking for new music. Just something that they can't catch on Apple Music or something like that, So that's a really good idea.
Well, my saying is everything is new once.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Then move on to the next.
Well, that's why I've always liked your sets too, because I'm one of those where I stick to, like you said, I love the classics, but also want,
Yeah, we want something new. We want to hear something like, what is this?
But I also like a particular group of bands as well. And I'll come in and ask him, like, hey, can you play something from Aganoids? And he'll pull something out that I've never heard from these guys.
Yeah,
that just
cool.
rips,
That's really cool.
And so Tom's always been super good about that, like reading the room, reading what's going on, and like, sure, yeah, I'll play that band, but I'm not going to play the song that you had in your head when you came and asked me for that band.
Unless you really tell me which one.
Right. But
I have it anyway.
Right. But I don't want that though. That's why I like Tom. I like hearing something new. Same thing with like Mouse. Mouse is really good about that as well, like introducing a lot of new music.
Well, you don't spend 30 years in this business if you're just, spinning records, man. You got to have a real good ear for this music.
That's true.
Well, I'm just lucky enough I can make a living off of passion. So
yeah. Isn't that the best? We're all a little lucky to do that.
So in Communion After Dark, is it just you or is it a group?
I got two other friends with me. I got Mark Paradise and DJ Winters.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's three of us, and we each play 7 tracks of something new. Chat about it.
I love that. So you kind of bring your own list to the table and be like, hey guys, I want you to check out this, and then be like, here's what I like about it. That's a cool way to, almost like a conversation with your buddies about new music, but you made it into something everybody can enjoy. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we try to make it real informative. Like all the lists have links to where you can buy it. So it supports the artist.
Love
so
that.
you can just get it right away if you want it.
Good. Making sure the artist is the one getting the money out of their hard work.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
Mark used to DJ at the castle for a long time too.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I've known that dude. I've known you guys for a long time now.
Look
It
at
seems
that.
like forever.
The landslide keeps going down.
He's got the 2 kids. So
Yeah. He's a family man
things will
now.
change. That'll change it. What can I say?
So now you're living in Ybor now, right?
Yeah.
How are you enjoying it?
I love it.
Yeah.
Isn't it the best?
I mean, even before I got my house in Ybor, I was living in the quarter,
That's
renting
right.
there, and then renting on 12th
Yep.
until DS bought everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then we bought a house.
Yeah. Well, good job to buy it now, because God, who knows what it's going to look like in 5 years, 10 years? You know?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live over on 9th Ave and 23rd, or like I could see the Columbia from my back porch.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And man, to live in I do miss living in
I miss it
historic,
too.
where I could just,
Did you own that house over there?
No, I rented it.
I was going to say, if you own that house, because
Oh, no.
that's going to be bazillions of dollars.
No, I
coming
rented
over
it,
there.
and at the time too, it was a perfect deal because everything was included. I just cut one check.
That's nice.
and it was
great.
like electric, water, internet, rent, everything, and it was
That's
like
nice.
$1,400.
That's what a steal.
Yeah.
I would pay 24.
Right. But then I had to move to Texas and do all this. When I came back, that's when I was like, man, I gotta get a house here.
Yes.
And
drop your anchor, buddy.
yeah. And I'm glad I did.
I love the area. Like I can't,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of friends of mine live out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, there's nothing to do out here.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah,
I
dude.
know.
Look, I can only go to Chili's so many times. I mean, I have to be around the people. I have to be around new up and coming places. I have to be around a place that has a pulse like Ybor.
Yeah. I'm the same way because, you know, some parts of me wants to create a homestead like in Appalachia somewhere where nobody knows where I live.
Catching your dinner.
Right. But then the other half of me would go, holy shit, this is boring.
Yeah. God bless anybody who does it. That's great, but I couldn't do it unless I had to. If it was the apocalypse, yeah, I'll start eating some squirrel. But like, you know, until then, they got a really good grouper right up the road.
Right. Well, do you have anything that you want to promote? Do you have anything going on right now? Like where can people find your podcast?
It's communionafterdark.com, and then there's castleebor.com.
And of course, you're at the castle which days?
Fridays and Saturdays.
Friday. And where can we find you at the Speakeasy? Thursdays?
Third Thursday, right?
Third
Third
Thursdays.
Thursdays. All right, we're going to have to come in there and get spooky with you.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, Tom. I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks,
To have you in
This has
this
been
chair
great.
means a lot.
Yeah.
It's great, man. I'm it's nice to be able to talk to you without music blaring where we have to scream and lean into each other to figure out. Yeah.
I finally realized you have a very sexy voice.
Oh, thank you.
One day it'll make
Thank
him
you.
millions. Yeah. Watch out, Will Arnett. He's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Tom Gold. Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
man.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
All
I
right,
appreciate it.
So everybody listening real quick,
yeah.
you know, thank you guys for listening too. And you can always write to us, ebormutapodcast.com, or is it just
Either or. Ybor,
Bermuda.
yeah, if you're a fan of brevity,
Find us on-
ebormuta.com.
Yeah, find us on Instagram and all the favorite places for podcasts. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Have a great night.